Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
David Brooks exposes chilling link between Bill Clinton and Harvey Weinstein. We have been learning more and more about sexual assaults in Hollywood ever since accusers against Harvey Weinstein came forward. During an interview with Charlie Rose, New York Times columnist David Brooks exposes how Bill Clinton is related to this culture of disrespecting women. The uncomfortable thing for a lot of progressives, frankly, is how much did the Clinton thing create this whole environment? How much did tolerance of Bill Clinton create the environment in which the rest of this was given permission? Said Brooks. I think it had an effect. I think the fact that nobody, was approving Bill Clinton and some of the things he was accused of doing. But people were not saying, we are drawing the line here. And if you don't draw lines in these big cases, then you don't draw lines in the little cases in the workplace, he said. While this logic could be better applied to the rampant liberal sex abuse in Hollywood, Brooks tried to use this to attack Roy Moore and Donald Trump. And so, now we're seeing, we saw Republicans tolerating what Donald Trump was accused of doing, and today, we're seeing this astounding case where Republicans in Alabama are tolerating what Judge Roy Moore is accused of doing, he said. Al Sharpton attacks President Trump for making everything about race. Al Sharpton makes a living out of accusing people he disagrees with of being racists. He wouldn't be famous if he didn't perpetuate racial divisions. However, in a recent op-ed for NBC, he accused President Trump of doing exactly what he does. As we mark 1 year since Donald Trump was elected, the nation is reeling from the loss of 26 people killed at a Texas church. These tragic deaths come almost exactly a week after a suspected terrorist attack in New York that killed 8 and about a month after the worst mass shooting in modern U.S. history in Las Vegas killed 58, started Sharpton, as if to suggest those tragedies were Trump's fault. There were hopes last year that the executive office would temper some of this pettiness, but sadly we now see this is not the case. Rather than attempt to grow and learn, Trump has leaned into his role as divider-in-chief. This is exactly the same racially divisive, unapologetic blowhard I knew in New York, he claimed. And the results unfortunately speak for themselves. His ugly, contentious presidential campaign has translated into an equally ugly and divisive first year. Whether it's attacking Congresswoman Frederica Wilson following the tragic deaths of 4 soldiers in Niger, hesitating to condemn white supremacist violence in Charlottesville, advocating for the firing of NFL players exercising their First Amendment rights, or politicizing terrorist attacks, Trump's time in office has only made this country more polarized, wrote Sharpton. Obama was an extremely divisive president too, but he doesn't care because he agreed with Obama. And of course, we all know why Al Sharpton wouldn't say something bad about Obama. George Takei blames the Russians for him attempting to rape a man. Anti-Trump advocate and former Star Trek actor George Takei was accused of drugging a male model in attempted rape. At first Takei just denied the allegations. Then a Howard Stern video was released of him admitting he grabs shy men by the crotches, that was recorded right before the allegations came out. Now he is trying to claim that this is really all Russia's fault. A friend sent me this. It is a chart of what Russian bots have been doing to amplify stories containing the allegations against me, wrote Takei. He posted photo of trending topics on Twitter with his name on the top. It's clear they want to cow me into silence, but do not fear, friends. I won't succumb to that. By way of background, when I criticized Putin's anti-LGBT policies publicly, Russian bots attacked my Facebook page relentlessly, and we had to develop special security measures and ban all traffic from within the Russian Federation and the Ukraine. I am accustomed to their practices, he wrote. Does any of this change the Howard Stern interview? Does any of this change the allegations against him? Not at all. But he continues to deny. He apparently realized how stupid those tweets made him look, and he deleted them. Right now it is a he said situation, over alleged events nearly 40 years ago. But those that know me understand that non-consensual acts are so antithetical to my values and my practices. The very idea that someone would accuse me of this is quite personally painful, he tweeted. Hannity gets the perfect revenge against Media Matters for trying to pull his funding. The liberal group Media Matters target businesses and pressure them into dropping the conservative journalists that they sponsor. They recently pressured the brand Keurig into dropping Sean Hannity. Angelo, thank you for your concern and for bringing this to our attention. We worked with our media partner and Fox News to stop our ad from airing during the Sean Hannity show, tweeted Keurig. However, conservatives decided to fight back. Many fans of Hannity have been recording themselves smashing their Keurig products as a sign of protest. Keurig made a decision to pull ads from the @Scene Hannity show. This decision is disgusting, and will not be tolerated. Regardless of any response, I am done with you, Keurig. You will regret this decision. #break your Keurig #I stand with Hannity, tweeted one user. I once drank coffee from a Keurig machine and it tasted like communism. #boycott Keurig, tweeted radio host Stefan Molyneux. Hang tough, at Sean Hannity. We've spent over 8 years educating the American people on the vast and well-funded #progressive smear machine. Those who capitulate to their lies will be held accountable, and that's a promise. #stand with Hannity #boycott Keurig Tea Party, tweeted Tea Party founder Michael Johns. Then Sean Hannity tweeted, I am humbled and speechless and frankly laughing my ass off. I love all my deplorable friends. Thank you and game on. He tweeted, deplorable friends, I am buying 500 coffee makers tomorrow to give away. Details on radio and TV. Whoopi Goldberg abruptly ends interview after being asked about her sexual harassment. The View host Whoopi Goldberg was in an interview with iHeartRadio's Dominic Nadi to talk about her ugly Christmas sweaters. However, Nadi quickly changed the topic to ask if she had ever been sexually harassed, since that is a hot topic in Hollywood. No, honey, responded Whoopi Goldberg. Suddenly Goldberg's publicist jumped in. I'm just going to jump in and let you know we're going to focus on the ugly sweaters. Focus on the sweater line, please. As I warned you before the call, said the publicist as Goldberg sat there quietly. And suddenly, the interview was abruptly ended. Why was she so scared of the question? She spoke against sexual harassment in Hollywood during a different interview with The Hollywood Reporter. People in power, be they men or women, always prey on people who they know won't tell, said Goldberg in an interview with Stephen Colbert. It's all coming, and what's happening is women are taking back the narrative, because they're saying, look, we're going to make it dangerous for you to sexually assault us and sexually abuse us. You're going to lose your power base if you do that from now on, because women are starting to speak, Goldberg said. Gay folks are coming out saying, hey, this happened to me too. So it's an issue that isn't about sexuality. It's about power. And when you prey on the weak, the stronger of us have to stand with the weak and say, we got your back, and that's what's happening now. I think it's great, she said. Can my kid be friends with white people? New York Times op-ed promotes racial segregation. Professor Rika Yanka from Yeshiva University wrote an op-ed for the New York Times encouraging parents to teach their children not to trust white people and to stay away from them? Why? Because some white people voted for Donald Trump. My oldest son, wrestling with a 4-year-old's happy struggles, is trying to clarify how many people can be his best friend, he wrote. He then discussed how he tried to teach his son to be more hateful because of politics. But even a child's joy is not immune to this ominous political period. This summer's images of violence in Charlottesville, Virginia, prompted an array of questions. People hate others because they are different, he wrote. A childish but distinct panic enters his voice. But I'm not different. It is impossible to convey the mixture of heartbreak and fear I feel for him. Donald Trump's election has made it clear that I will teach my boys the lesson generations old, one that I for the most part nearly escaped. I will teach them to be cautious, I will teach them suspicion, and I will teach them distrust. Much sooner than I thought I would, I will have to discuss with my boys whether they can truly be friends with white people, he wrote. In other words, he is a despicable racist who is trying to make his children hate the world and be racist themselves. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous dream of black and white children holding hands was a dream precisely because he realized that in Alabama, conditions of dominance made real friendship between white and black people impossible, he wrote.